I think that lady who got pregnant by the inmate is lying. I used to visit prisons. This because my daddy was incarcerated for a while, and I don't. They escort you to the restroom, and if they're not escorting you, they're watching you very, very, very heavily, very heavily. And so I don't know when you would have the time for that. Even if you say like, oh, something happened, all the guards ran to so and so, all the guards from the visitation ran to where's, okay. Also, when she said, "I'm done," don't act like this. All of us have done something like this before, knowing that most people have not. She's absolutely lying. You know what I'm saying? She's definitely doing this because she wanted to set up a GoFundMe and for it to not be a lie. And she and her boyfriend have got together and schemed this. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't trust no bitch who's dating somebody who's incarcerated. You're a lying ass bitch. You know what I'm saying? I don't trust your judgment. I don't trust your opinions, and I don't trust your word on anything.
So check this out, drivers. I came across a series of crazy videos, right? And this particular video, it's not driver specific, but I just think I had to talk about it because it is a crazy story. And right now, that love and lockup bullshit that's going on right now is trending across TikTok and Facebook, in particular because one of the females is back on there talking to another jailbird from Ohio. Now, the first guy that she got with looks like they was going to be a thing. But unfortunately, as with all the guys that get out of jail, their thought process of messing with the female that was quote unquote holding them down, they're out. So they don't need them no more. So for some reason, they broke up. Now she's hooked up with another inmate. Like this is an inmate in the same prison that the guy that you stopped dating was in.
Hold on.
So are you not finna apologize? Because if not, then I'm just finna block you and then, I don't know, like...
Block me?
Yes, because it's like, what's the point? Like, you're not taking no accountability. Like, you're not apologizing. So it's like, I'm not about to keep doing this with you. I'm not. You want to sit up here and have this whole tough guy act? Like, you don't love me for real? Okay, you showing me you really don't.
How long you been out here?
You know how long I've been out here? 4 months.
All right, and I still ain't seen you yet. So if you were so sure, you were so, you know what I'm saying, for certain about this is what it's going to be moving forward, then why you ain't gave me a kiss yet?
But this story right here was just beyond crazy, right? This story is about a female who became pregnant by an incarcerated man that she met on TikTok. After seeing him on the app, she reached out to him and they eventually formed some type of relationship to the point that she was able to get approved on the visiting list so they can see each other in prison. The crazy part about this story is the very first time they linked up in prison, a fight broke out in the visiting room. Guards was taking off of watching everybody else to attend to the fight. While they was doing that, the two took advantage of the distraction and they went into a bathroom for about 15 minutes. Which is enough time to get that clap session in, which is what happened. They had an unprotected clap session.
Hold on.
This is part 1 of how I got pregnant by an inmate that I met off TikTok on our first visit. This is just a disclaimer. I don't need anybody in the comments telling me that I'm stupid, telling me that I'm dumb. Like, we all make mistakes. We've all done something like this. It's life. It happened. So I want to say back in probably May of 2024, I was scrolling on TikTok and I seen said inmate. And when I tell y'all, he caught my eye because not only was he fine, he was silly and funny too. So I said, I'm gonna download this app and I'm gonna hit him up. This is the video right here.
Try to catch all these childish shit out good, bro.
After After that time passed of us getting to know each other, us talking, going through the work, we decided that we were going to be exclusive. We were going to be serious. I really liked him. So we were talking for about maybe 6 months before I decided to go and see him and get approved to get on his visitors list. So I get to the visit to go see him. He looking at me. I'm looking at him. He looking good. I'm looking good. And he like, damn, you look better than your pictures. And I'm like, same. Like, you look good. Like, you look better than the video visits. So you have to line up, and then the inmates are lined up. So we're facing each other like this. So we get to walk in, give each other a hug, kiss, whatever. Then we go sit down at the table. So we're in there, we're sitting down, playing our game, eating our food, just really enjoying each other's company and really just getting to know each other in the physical. When I tell y'all the craziest thing happened, it was so insane. It was so fast. It was so quick. I still can't believe this to this day. I still can't believe that I'm in this situation. But hey, God give me lemons and I make lemonade all the time. But a super big fight between, I want to say, an inmate and a family broke out, and all of the COs and security had ran over there, and they were all focused on that situation trying to break the fight up. So, you know, me being me, I was like, I'm about to go in the bathroom. He like, shit, I'm about to follow you in there. What you trying to do? Hurry up and go before they see us. So I go in the bathroom, y'all. We're in there for maybe a good 15 minutes because we were scared to come out, y'all. I kid you not. So we in the bathroom. I pull my pants down. He munching. When I say munching, I mean certified eater on my mama. So we do what we do or whatever. And I'm like, where did you come at? And he was like, well, what you mean? I'm like, where did you come at? He was like, in you.
She turned around and asked the dude, like, where you finished at? Like, who asked that question after a clap session, right? Dude, like, yo, I finished up in you. Now, let me just stop right there. Stop. Now, if a clap session was to go down, and I understood the vibe, the intimacy, the lust for one another. And besides, you couldn't come in. You're going to get pat down anyway. So even if you did come in with some type of contraceptives, they was going to take it. They will probably take you off the list and probably ban you from not coming. So I can understand the lust for one another. And when it happens, it happens. Dude probably might not have a clap session in God knows how long. So his thought process about pulling out wasn't going to happen. I can tell you that right now. That's not going to happen. But she turned around and looked dude dead in the eye and said, yo, why you came up in me? Why you do that? And bro over here like, well, I thought you liked me. I thought you wanted to get down with me, and I thought that we was going to get married. You had unprotected clap session with inmate that you just met on TikTok via video. You don't even know what kind of, dude probably could have. So the story concludes with her revealing that she is now 2 months pregnant with not just one child, but 2. She's having twins.
I had almost passed out. I was like, why didn't you pull out? He was like, what you mean? I thought you said you wanted to marry me. I thought you wanted to be with me. I'm like, yeah, but that didn't mean leave it in. So here we are, me being 2 months pregnant. I find out the gender in, I want to say 6 more weeks. And everybody's asking me like, well, how is he going to support you and the baby while he's incarcerated? I don't know. All I know is that I have my Cash App in my bio. I have a GoFundMe linked in our bio as well. But I don't know how he's going to support us. Dude, like, I don't know. And then not only am I pregnant with one child, I'm pregnant with 2. I'm having twins.
Now, the dude is doing 15 years. She ends the video showing her belly and asking the most diabolical request. She wants the internet to donate to her GoFundMe and her Cash App. She claims that the baby shower costs $12K. So whether or not this is true or not, well, she did show the video. As you guys saw, she showed the video of the dude that she liked. She thought it was good to go see a guy that's doing 15 years in jail and have an unprotected clap session in the jailhouse bathroom, knowing that this guy can't provide for no kids, the 2 kids that you about to have, but instead of getting on your grind to take care of these kids, because you already said that you wasn't about the abortion, right? But you expect the internet to help take care of you and the dumb decision that you made. That's diabolical work right there. You saw a man who is locked up for 15 years and said, yeah,
That's a great idea. I'm with that.
you just didn't talk to him. You just didn't visit. You crossed many lines over here. You sprinted past every warning signs with your eyes wide shut. You went into a prison, found a moment of chaos, and decided that right there was a good time to make a life-changing decision. No protection, like I said. The protection, I get it, because you probably might not have been able to get in with it anyway. But you didn't have a backup plan, and you didn't even think past the moment. This man can't help you. He's not going to be there to raise no twins. He's not going to be there emotionally, financially, and not even physically. The kids is not going to know this dude for 15 years of their life unless you're going to pack them up and take them to the jail so he can see them every month. But listen to this, though. You don't even know how many kids this dude got, if he has any. Like, how many more kids that this man has?
It's a little disheartening knowing that somebody reached out to me telling me that he had kids, multiple kids with multiple women, and he told me that he didn't have any kids, and he's still denying it. He's saying that he never had a DNA test with those kids. I don't know what to believe. And we did have a talk, and he told me basically like he never did a DNA test with those kids, so he doesn't know if the kids are his or not.
He's not even coming home this year, next year. He's not showing up for no feedings. He's not paying daycare. He's not going to carry none of this load. You are. Now, it is safe to say that this might be a safe reason why you would do the alternative, and I get the fact that you won't do it. But the reality here, since you're too much pregnant, the reality is here. The move is now to turn to the internet and ask literal strangers to fund your life. Not because of an emergency, not because you got blindsided in anything, but because of a choice that you made on purpose. You are asking $12,000 for a baby shower. Drivers, let that sit for a moment.
Hopefully the internet supports me throughout my pregnancy. Maybe I could get enough donations. The baby shower and gender reveal that I want is totaling to, I want to say $12,000. So I'm going to put my GoFundMe up and my Cash App to just get a little support and see if the internet helps me out.
Not medical bills to help pay for any medical that might happen within these kids' life. Not for the rent, because you're going to need a place to stay. Not for childcare, because you're going to need childcare. If you're going to go to work, you're going to need somebody to watch your kids. But for a literal party. This accountability, this is where accountability disappears. Somewhere online, responsibility get replaced with sympathy farming here. You tell a story loud enough and dramatic enough, somebody is going to fall for the banana in the tailpipe. But as you all know, I always speak the part where nobody wants to talk about. See, these twins, these 2 babies that she's about to have, they didn't ask for none of this. They didn't ask to be born in a situation where one parent is absent by default and the other is crowdsourcing their stability. They didn't ask to start life as content. Think about that. You came to TikTok for content, a story time of how you got pregnant on the first go around with a guy that's doing 15 years in prison. Now, let me just stop right here because I know you got a GoFundMe. They really need to stop with the GoFundMe. They really do. They need to redo something with the GoFundMe. They really do. They got to change it, flip it, rub it down. Oh, no, they got to do all of that with the GoFundMe because it is too many of y'all out there coming to the internet making a GoFundMe for the most frivolous stuff. They really need to retreat the GoFundMes. I'm just saying, let's get back at it. So the real issue, this isn't just a bad decision. This is a bad judgment followed by entitlement. Like, you entitled to our money. You entitled to us to have some type of sympathy for you because you made a decision to have an unprotected clap session with a dude that's doing 15 years in prison. There's a difference between needing help and expecting help. Needing help happens when life hits you sideways, when you're down and out, when you don't have nobody else to turn to. Expecting help is when you ignore the reality and make a reckless decision that you did. And assuming strangers will come and clean it up. Calling this romantic doesn't make it any less irresponsible. Calling it love doesn't make it smart. Calling it destiny, that doesn't change the math at all. Let's go back to the love part. Like, you just met the guy on a video on TikTok. Like, how did he get? Well, we know now that prison inmates are able to have social media and tablets in jail. Back then, it wasn't like that, but now I guess if they do some good behavior or whatever the case, they get a tablet. So he's doing the TikTok, blah, 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 and this, that, and the third. And here you are, catch a glimpse of this guy, fall for him, and thought it was a good idea to make a life-changing choice with this guy. And you can honestly say that some people is going to feel sorry for some people, but they're still wrong in this situation. Come on, man. This wasn't unlucky. This wasn't even unavoidable. This wasn't even a mistake that happened in the dark. It was a conscious decision that this young lady made, and it was stacked on top of one another. And now the bill is now due. It will be due in 7 more months. Like I said before, this is diabolical behavior. Not because of the pregnancy, not because of the prison, but because of instead of stepping up and figuring out how to build something with your kids, the first instinct for you is to come to the internet and ask them to carry the weight. Hard truth here, drivers, is being grown mean owning the outcome, even when the outcome is ugly. And the outcome for this situation right here belongs to this young lady.